Grinders, it is your boy Dusty Truth back from the World Series of Poker Toronto. This is a live stream. Obviously, it has a 5-minute delay. So when you talk to me, I don't see it for 5 minutes. That is so my opponents do not see my cards. I have a whole bunch to show you guys tonight. Right now, we are on, my layout. I got to change the tables a little bit. Let me just fix this. I always start off on a break, guys, because most of you guys would know by now. I'm still kind of getting new to this whole streaming thing. So we have a $250 high roll. We're in second place with 1 hour of late reg still left. So we got lots of poker to play. I'm going to close that. Let me just get sorted out. No, don't have that table. Okay, up here is our $100 tournament I show you guys all the time called the Bounty King RNGG Poker with my new fresh GG poker clothes that we got in the World Series of Poker for the package you win for the main event. I got a hat, a sweater. Most of you guys, a lot of guys have qualified that watch this. I think there's like 300 or 400 people from our GG Poker here in Ontario got the package. We got a water bottle, a t-shirt, a whole bunch of cool stuff. I love that kind of stuff. Here is a 250 high roller on GG Super Tuesday Classic. So this is the Tuesday Classic. Down here is the here we go. Just see where everything is. So I don't know why that's overlapping. Oh, that's why. That's over there. Okay, now it's a little better. Okay, so this is called the Super Tuesday. And then this is the High Roller Super Tuesday. So a whole bunch of Super Tuesdays. And I got some stacks. If you watch to my next break, which is 1 hour from now, or 55 minutes, I'm going to show you a crazy cooler. We had a chance tonight to win a $17,000 package to Las Vegas main event in the summer, the world famous World Series that you see every year, where Chris Moneymaker, that big tournament. I won a $200. I had a $200 ticket yesterday. I paid $200 to win a $2,000 buy-in, and we were in a $2,000 satellite today that the winner got the package. I will show you a hand in 55 minutes. Let's start off the session with. We are 4 of 30, top 17 get paid. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I see that it seems maybe a little loud for you guys. Like always, if you notice something with the stream, music or anything, let your boy know, because I don't really check too much. I just record. But the good thing is I only have 5 tables going. I didn't want to... I was going to see if I don't think I want to enter anything else. The fact that I have an hour late reg though bugs me. There's a tournament starting and right now. Let me just see how long it says. 3 hours, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I'm not going to enter that. I'm just going to look real quick while you guys are doing that though. I am in the middle of a hand here. Ace Queen suited under the gun in the 250 high roller on Poker Stars. If this guy wants to party, we're gonna have to party for 28 big blinds, I think. Let me just see what's going on. Just gotta answer this real quick. I'm gonna check this one. I bet it sometimes I don't. Against Walmart here, if he bets out and bets pot or something, I will call with ace high. He a lot of times is going to have a piece of this, but I will call. Do we value better ace is the question. I think so. I think he'd bet a 10 or a 9 or any pocket pair, so we'll just bet. Okay. Quick update for you. In the World Series of Poker in Toronto, we came 14 people away from the money. We started at 11 a.m. in the morning. I was out just before 12 o'clock. I needed to play for another half hour or 14 people. The stressful part was they were confused on the payout structure. Let me go up here. I'm going to open up this here. So one guy told me he played the day before and talked to the director. He told me it's the top 15% of the entire player pool. I was playing day 1C. He goes, it's not just your day, it's all the days combined. So he told me it was 152 players left, all getting the money. So when I got to about 154, a few spots off the money, I had a spot where I could have jammed. I decided not to because it was a $3,000 money bubble. And then I think we're priced in here because of bounties and stuff. We'll call. Anyways, long story short, turns out we weren't in the money, and it was only the top 15% of your day. This could be action down here in the 250. Here with these stack sizes, I'm happy to get it in here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go lower, and then we'll call this off if this guy jams us. We have to call. Yeah, so anyways, I missed the money bubble, but I had a lot of fun. That some people that I've wanted to meet that I know from Ontario here in the community. So it's cool to put some faces to the names. We got a hold here. Come on, big hold, big hold. Let's go. It's a lot of chips, a lot of chips, a lot of chips. I'm going to share the stream in a second on the old... Oh, we got pocket tens here. Let's keep it here, though. Let's keep it here for a second. And wait till I show you this hand on the break. So if Walmart raises here, I can click in a 3-bet. But I'm going to exploit maybe who's in the blinds here. He legit could easily go for a squeeze spot, and we'll have to call. And another interesting hand up here. So if legit, he might just jam their 28 big blinds, which is reasonable with suited broadways and all that kind of stuff. Ace king, ace jack plus. But he does jam nines, maybe even eights. I don't think we ever want to raise, so we'll call. I like that we have the queen of clubs. So he has all the straights, but so do we. The problem is this: when the board doubles up, we have the low full house. So I don't know how big we want to go here, but I do have to call one. Interesting that he checked this. Wow. Is he just going to bet big here? I don't think Walmart ever checks a higher straight here. That was respect to one of the better players. Often when someone has the high straight there, they're not going to check it too often because they know you're going to call the bottom one. I kind of overthought that. Here, this bet size is very, very interesting. This is another 250. The problem when he bets this big, I think he just wants to get it in. I had to call one in case we improved, but he's going to bet big here. I'm going to have to fold, I think. Wow, half pot, but he doesn't have too much behind him. I still think we have to call. Or just above half. I think we have to absolutely call here, which I'm not thrilled about. Well, if he has ace 10, we have a pair, he does not. But I don't see, I think he's going to bet here. He's going all in a couple seconds, and we're going to have to fold. I'll move this one down a little bit. Okay, we will fold in a second. Let's go down here. I got pocket eights. This is a $100 tournament. Top 17 get paid. We are down to 28. Okay, let me go to chat. Share. Let's go to... Oh, look at this flop, guys. He's got nothing behind him, but hopefully we can get this other guy in here. If he's got an 8, I have a queen. So we'll stack this guy here, but he might check this now. All right. Discord. All right, just getting organized here. Okay, we just shared the stream on the Discord. In the 250 high roller down here, we're now in first place. Just to tell you a bit of payouts here. Right now it says $5,000, but there's still, for first place, there still is 51 minutes of late reg. The one that we're closest to the money would be the $100 one. We're 10 off the money. Yeah, so you are able to win a package right now on GG Poker to go to Las Vegas. They will have it. The only problem is I never know for how long, but they'll definitely have it for a couple weeks. It's not to June, so I don't know if they're gonna have it like all the way to like end of May. It's hard to say, but if they do anything like they did Toronto, here I got another interesting hand up here, 250 in on GG, very good card. I think a check here makes a lot of sense. The only thing is I'd love to triple up, but when I bet here, it looks pretty scared that I'm not afraid of the 9 with 2 flush draws. Oh, he leads out, which he's going to lead out a lot there. We're just going to call, obviously. So spade could be good. He could be trying to slow us down for a flush draw. We'll see if he bets big here. Hopefully it's a cooler. Let's go. He got the flush. Yeah, that play makes sense for him. Unfortunately, I had the goods. So let's see what place they put us in. So we are gonna move up. We are in second place now. Let's move over to the $100 tournament, the bounty tournament. We're in 17th with 100 people left. 46 big blinds is awfully deep. Let's see what this guy wakes up with. I just poured myself an energy drink. So our goal will be to attempt to win, try to go to Vegas. I'm not going to be able to play all the time. Unfortunately, my May is beyond busy. So it's going to be hard for me to play a lot of those, but I will try more than other years to try to win that package. Last year we were one hand off. I lost pocket aces pre. We were one hand off. Like when I say hand, like literally we're heads up to go to the packages. I lost to the Vegas package and I lost to an Ireland package. So we've been close, but we have done quite a bit. I've done pretty well winning the packages, so I can't completely complain. Down here in the 100, this guy's been pretty aggressive over here. We will defend, but he is raising into someone who has 6 big blinds. Okay, we'll start off with the check. I only have 5 tables right now, so it's nice and chill. Not the best turn card. I don't think there's a point in me betting. He's the type of player, though. I think if he had a 10, he would bet. Like on the flop. I do have to call here. And then we'll see if we get him. And he checks on this river. That could slow him down, because if he has a queen here, he could check it. Diamonds missed. Bets big. I'm going to believe him because it's a very, very scary board. I can have 8s, I can have 10s. Other than a missed flush draw, I don't know if he's really trying to hope I fold. So I'm going to believe him this time. Up in this 250 It went check flop, he raised pre, check flop, led out, and then bets that river. So that's a very, very strong line. I'm going to let that go. Okay, back down to the 100. We have ace king on the button. We are going to raise this up, and we're actually going to size it up a bit. Two good players in the blinds. Okay, in the 100 here, we're gonna defend. There's some merit to doing a squeeze here. I just don't think I need to. A7, I don't suit it, I don't mind. I definitely could squeeze. Leaning on a bit more now, but I think I'll just call. This guy here to the top right is the guy who just jammed like 40 big blinds. So I have a feeling like if we could just hit on the flop, then we'd probably get paid. We're going to switch tables for a second here. I got ace king here, and we're going all in against ace king. Can we get heart? Heart, let's do it. Nope, we were close. Down here in the 250, I met Windex here, very nice guy, in Toronto at the World Series this last Saturday that just passed. He had a stack. He definitely made the money in the main event. I left because I busted, and it was like 12 o'clock at night. But I definitely think he made the money, so I wonder how good he did. Good luck to him. I'm going to let those guys bang that out for a second because I'm in an interesting spot I'm going to share with you guys. Up here, I'm doing a squeeze from the small blind. This guy here is pretty crazy. He doesn't raise, though. That's a little unfortunate because he seems a little crazy. I'm going to check this because he's so bad. If he has me, he has me. But he might jam like anything that he hits here. So now I think we jam him. Down here, it was, oh, I switched tables. I think we just saw aces versus nines, and I'm pretty sure the nines won, but unfortunate, they switched my table, so I didn't get to see it. But I can go to the leaderboard real quick. Nope, Walmart came in first. So he must have just won that hand, but I felt like it looked like a bad beat. Okay, in the 100, I defended against under the gun razor. We were getting close to the money. I'm going to do one stab here. Take it down. This is the 250 on GG. I think with a low card here, I think we have to check it. I could have easily checked flop. Good luck, Error. I always have a hard time pronouncing your name like most names, but thank you very much for the good luck. If you're grinding, good luck to you too. I think I have to call with ace high here. And I could represent that, but we might get some checks here. He's got any pair though. He's got a jack, so probably would have called this down. I'm going to move down to the 250 down here. I'm going to defend against Tiwi. Start off with a check. I would imagine he bets this board at a very, very, very high clip. I think we'll let it go. Having the 8 here is interesting. Okay, I'm going to go up to the 100. I'm trying to isolate this bad player here. The problem is he might just want to jam. And instead of watching that, we have a bigger, more important hand. I am going to go for a 3-bet here. Yeah, and this guy does want to jam. You know, I'm doing so good in the other tournament. So this is interesting. I'm going to bet really small. And obviously I don't want to get a bad beat. He might jam us here. So I don't think there's any fours. He does have some pocket pairs we beat, so I'm just going to get it all in. Because I don't want to give him a free card like ace king or ace queen, but I think those would raise us. If you have us, you have us. Nice, we got him to fold. Up here in the 250, I took that pot down. So this guy here, he limped, I raised, and he just jammed 35 big blinds. I folded jack queen suited, which probably does okay against a player like that. When he limps and jams, it's probably pocket pair heavily, but sadly it still could be high pocket pairs. I've been seeing some people do little plays like that. And because you know, we have 80 big blinds, I don't have to stoop down to his level, even though jack queen suited is probably pretty good. I have king jack here, short-handed. I've talked about this on a couple streams. King jack would be a raise regardless in this kind of spot, but not enough people open up their ranges when they're short-handed. This is interesting because his ace x does it, but I think I king jack here. I don't know, it's very interesting if I should flat here. I think I have to. That's interesting. I just don't want this. I want this guy to fold here. If it's like, so that's not what I wanted. I wanted like if it was an ace, like a weak ace. We lose that one. We're gonna shift gears to pocket kings over here. I'm short stack here, so I'm gonna lay a trap, and it's my smallest buy-in of the night. It's a $50 buy-in, so they're not as, you know, just if you break down the buy-in, they might not see me ever fighting here with strong hands. I have an aggressive player in the big blind, and it is against a strong range here. And if we do see a flop for free, we're in position. And of course, the favorite ace comes on every time I have pocket kings. I will call one and then I have to give up. But the fact that he just bet into this board, we'll call one, and then we might get lucky and see the river, but we're probably screwed here. I would imagine he's got an ace. He's supposed to check it now. We just check it. If we get a king, then we might be okay, but I think now he puts us all in because it's a bounty tournament, and unfortunately we have to fold. Especially when he's tanking like this. I'm pretty sure you're good, buddy. Okay, here I'm calling from the small blind here versus a raise. So he does check more aces here than a lot of people do in general. He's against two players. It's a bit less when there's flush draws, but good players will be more balanced here, and Tim is a good player. Checks it twice though is very interesting. A delay. Wow. Do I do a small blocker bet and then have to call it off? I think we just do a small blocker bet. I don't think he has ace queen. I think he would have bet that with the double flush draw. Tiwi could have some sets here, 8s and 5s, but I'm kind of trying to induce here because it doesn't look like we're super strong. He could have queen jack suited and then we're ahead, but I don't think he has ace queen, and I don't think he's got a set. Obviously we've been wrong before. Okay, I'm in another interesting pot up here, guys, in the 100. I'm going for a squeeze here with pocket jacks. Coolers in life do happen, but with all these guys calling here, I just don't want this guy waking up with a hand, which he easily can. If he jams us, unfortunately, we're still 50 bigs. Now, this is a bit more, we'll call these guys. I want him to go all in. I don't want him to just call. If he goes all in, it's much better for us. Because I don't think he's doing this with queens or kings, and I don't know if this guy would ever fold, but I'd prefer that. So that's interesting. I think because we don't have a diamond, we have to do a bet here. And if we're out, it's going to be a bad situation, but just can't see ourselves folding now. Yeah, we have to run this, guys, because if he has like an ace and ace of diamonds or something like that, but it would suck if his tens. Pocket threes. Wow, like how bad is this? We better not lose like this, guys. This is like a chip leading pot. This is chip leading pot. Oh, look at this shit, man. I do so bad on GG, man. Like, it is so fucking crazy. It never ends on that site for me, man. No matter what I do, I just can't. Like, that guy there, I'm just gonna look. Yeah, he's in first place. Remarkable. That was horrible. How much bank do I recommend for 20 USD tourneys with fields less than 100 people? Well, in general, you like to have for MTTs, you know, it's a common rule of thumb is like 100 buy-ins. You know, for me to tell you your risk, what you want to take, I think that will depend on how much risk you want to take on your money, and then your what you think your skill is on the field. What I would say, if you didn't want to do it with 100 buy-ins, we got a straight flush up here. We're not going to probably make too much off this, but we will call. If you want to start with, like, you know, say 50 buy-ins or something like that, and you have $1,000, what I would say is, you know, drop down in stakes sooner if you go on a downswing, so you don't risk losing money. But in general, you want 1,000 buy-ins. 100 buy-ins. Some people, you know, they never want to deposit again, so they be very more conservative. If you have a job and you don't mind depositing, maybe you take more risk. So I've always taken more risk because I was confident in my game. Plus, I've always had a full-time job that I can, if I did lose my money, I could always deposit if needed. And I was actually talking to my buddy today about this, that people who don't move up in stakes and don't take risk, they kind of get left behind. This is interesting here because we're early position here. I'm actually going to go for a 3-bet, which you don't see too often in this spot here, but I prefer the 3-bet than flatting. I just lost a hand in the 100, but I had this going on. So this guy calling is interesting to the 3-bet. It wasn't even the razor. Yeah, I'm not the best at... He's going to maybe jam me here, a lot of pocket pairs, but I am representing like over pairs myself. We're one off the money down here, and I just lost a pretty big pot here. I can show you it. He bet 10 big blinds on this. I was blocking the nuts, like this nut straight, so I decided to call, but it's going to be so many 2-pair combos on that. But the fact that I had the 10, I feel like oh shit, was that ace queen? Oh my gosh. I folded. That was a misclick there. I just talking too much. Yeah, but I've always taken more risk than probably most people would recommend, especially in spin and goes and stuff, just because I've always not been afraid to deposit and take shots. But some people that are very conservative, like say you wanted like extreme, like 200 buy-ins, some people just don't move up in stakes a lot, and then you don't get to work on your skill. So like the quicker risk you have and move up in stakes, you get to play better players. You get to, you know, usually get better faster, as opposed to like just moving up very, very slow. Yes, you're taking like no risk on your money, but like it just takes you a long time to go through the rankings. So it kind of depends on what your goal is. But I found after I made my bankroll to take more risk, I moved up in MTTs at a buy-in that I knew I wasn't really like a favorite, but I knew I could, like, you know, probably if I was losing, wasn't going to go like completely broke. So I could like battle the better players and get better faster, as opposed to like sticking to like small buy-ins and slowly improving. I just wanted to play against the better players and get a feel for it. I'm showing you guys the wrong table. Here is the 250. We're 5 of 22, so we're doing pretty good down here. And this one here is the money bubble, so we're one off here, the $100 tournament. And they usually pay pretty good when they're non-bounties. So today this $100 is $2,600. I haven't. I've only bought in once, so you know we're down to 18 people, 2,600 up top, and then we're still in this high roller. We're 2 of 21. But like my run on GG, man, like I can't explain to you guys how bad it is. Like I don't understand how I could be one of the most consistent winners on Poker Stars Ontario, and GG, like in every big spot, man, like I just tend to lose. Like it's so wild. Obviously I've had wins and stuff like that, but like I just don't understand how I can't get it going consistently at all. Just all my big spots, I tend just to not work out well for me. So here in the money bubble here, against a good player, it's going to be putting on pressure. I am going to fight back here. He obviously can have it, but that's interesting. Okay, I'm all in a small one up here real quick. See if we can quadruple or 5 times our money. Someone's all in for a bounty here. I was down to nothing. I'll go back to the $100 money bubble in a second. Let's just see what happens here. Look at all this, guys. We're going to tank for a second. Here we go. Look at that. 8. No, we don't get there. Okay, here, believe it or not, I'm going to call here. That's very interesting. Does he ever check it? Problem is a lot of his bluffs go all in too. Thank you for Chung. I'm gonna close that table. I'm down to 3. Yeah, do I call here? Sorry, I'm in another big hand. Do I call here? I don't think so, man. But here, guys, we're gonna lose a pot. I tried isolating this guy. He was down to like 1 big blind. We need to hold here. We need to hold here. Please hold. Please. Thank goodness. So that was a big pot to lose in the 100. I was in the top 5, but this 250 pays well. So we have 2 250s. Okay, we might be getting in the money down here if somehow there's a cooler. This was under the gun, does not call. Sometimes we get out of line with that ace-5 hand, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. King 10 suited, believe it or not, I think I have to call here. It's one that people don't call. I think I actually have to call, as crappy as it is. That's the type of hand that... King, Jack. Another spot on GG that doesn't go our way. Okay, money bubble, guys. We're 1 off the money. I got pocket aces. Does this guy put on pressure and just jam us? Looks like he might be doing it. If we lose here with pocket aces, man, keyboards are going to be broken. Oh my gosh, guys. Wait till I show you this hand on GG. Okay, this guy's down to 1, like, no money. And look at this. I got trip 8s here. Like, if we somehow lose this hand again, look at this shit. If you have a 7, man, this fucking site, I just don't understand it. We better pair up here. Thank God. Okay, here he's check raising us against a player that doesn't ever bluff, which is fucking horrible. We're in the money bubble here, but... Alright guys, I am going to tank, but we're probably out of the tournament here. The fact that he didn't even wait. I'm just going to see another table here. They're waiting for us. So we're probably on the money bubble here. 6-8. Good times. That came to a halt. We were just in the top 5, and then a couple of hands we were out. That was not what you want to see. Thank you. Russia? Rush? Nutter Butter. Oh, I know who you are. Yeah, I've seen your name. Ace King versus Pocket Tens. GG to Eiffel Tower. Okay, so these ones here, where at least we have 2 250s left. Out of nowhere, we had 5 tables. Now we have 2 250s. In a second, I might change my layout to make my life a little easier. While we're watching this one, oh, look at this. He's gonna, oh my gosh. He's betting. I don't think he checks 10, but maybe. So what I might do here, guys, I might do a raise fold or a bet fold. Yeah, so there we got some value. He would raise us with a 10. Back down to our other 250. Sorry. We'll call this guy all in. We're 3 of 21 here. I will show you guys a hand. Lightsaber, what up, what up, what up? This guy's tanking. We are calling you. Yes, I am the poker winger. I don't know how to change my some of my stuff on my YouTube page, but I'm gonna bet small here. This guy doesn't have much behind him. And when these hands slowly slow down, I might change my layout real quick here. But for now, okay, we got top pair. I'm gonna bet this versus a player I don't really know. All right, we take that down. Okay, in a second here, if you give me, let me just see when I have a hand that's. We'll keep this layout for now, but I do want to make my tables bigger. I'm not going to re-enter anything. It is early in the week, so sometimes we have early sessions. I'm okay with that. At least there are 2 good buy-ins to play. I'm going to check this. Now we'll do 1. Okay, down here, these guys are all in pre-flop. Short stack doubles up. Okay, if you guys just give me 1 second here, let me just do something. I always got to screw this up for you guys, but what I'm going to do is that there. Alright, this makes my life way better. Now I'm going to be awake. So let's go to this table. That one looks alright. Alright, now we can play a bit of poker here. I just made my tables bigger, so that's much easier. I can move this over a little bit if that's better. Okay, we're 3 of 21. I'm going to bet this here. I think we'll check it. Keep the pot low, but we'll call depending on the bet size. Obviously, we prefer not a diamond, but so I don't know if this is always going to be like a 7. The fact that he checked it, does he always have equity? Problem is, having a jack 8, we block a lot of the hands we want them to have, like all the combos. So it's not a hand that you want to bet. Over here, I'm actually going to start with a raise. Okay, down just to 2 tables, but they're both the 250s. So this one has a half-hour late registration. I imagine so does the other one. Yeah, 21 minutes. So after our break, both registrations will be done, and they both don't have many people. So they'll both be close to the money. So if we're lucky, we get 2 final tables, would be great, but anything can happen. I did really well last night. I won my $2,000 ticket for the chance at the Vegas, and then I started off the stream by saying I already won a second seat, so I got $1,900 in tournament money, and then I won the $100 tournament for like $4,000 last night. I put it on my Discord that I always tell you guys to join, who's ever in here. So we share a lot of our results in there. Here, I'm gonna go for a really small 3-bet. Don't have to, but I'm gonna do this. Ooh, I got an all in on my other one. That guy's probably gonna jam, it looks like. He jams. We're like so close to price in, but I'm gonna let it go. It's very, very close. Looks like this guy doubles up over here. He was short stacked. I called him with ace 10. I raised, he jammed me for like 9 more big blinds, or not even, like it's 10 total, so had to call there. Not all your 3-bets are going to get through. That one didn't. Another spot where I am going to 3-bet. I'm actually just going to go to 6. Okay, this one here I could obviously bet, but I could check it. I'm going to bet, but I'm actually going to go really small. And we took it down with queen high. We like it. We like it. Okay, I'm going to change this. I put on a mix that I don't know, but I really just want a techno. Sorry for the... I don't even know if you guys can hear any of this, but I might change the music in a sec, just to some techno, no beats, because all right, a little better. I told you recently, I don't know who, if I just keep repeating, but I recently, we got pot kings. I recently deleted, I swiped my computer, so I lost all my HUD stats, and all my tags, so I'm re-tagging people. Really don't like. So it's gonna be an interesting spot because he's so shallow. I don't know if it's better for me just to get it in now. We're under the gun here. I'm not going to do a small 4-bet. I think it looks too big. I might just jam in here to get his like ace king, but we block ace king. Man, I cannot have pocket kings without an ace hitting a flop. Like, guys, it's so wild, man. The run I'm on with these are just crazy. I gotta call one here, but he might. There's a chance he still has queens and jacks and he's betting, but I'm definitely not happy about it. I don't think he bets twice without an ace. I could be wrong. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to let it go. We could have obviously got owned, but it was early position. I can't see him really doing that, but I could be wrong. Here, guys, is another. We're getting all these like crazy spots. I'm gonna gamble here. It might be like 6s above, but might be slight favorites. Okay, we're got a hold here. Big spot, big spot, big spot. We do get the trip 4s. Come on, you better not do it to us. Holy crap, we won an all-in. Okay, let's go down here with ace jack. Sorry, I'm not really liking the music, but I don't really have the time to... I think he might be jamming us. Oh man. I don't know if we're going to free card here. It looks like I have ace king. He's probably going to bet here. I think we have to call. I'd imagine he's going to go all in here. Sadly, there's a small chance it could still be like pocket 9s. That's the crazy part. Could be a set of 10s. Alright, this spot over here, I think I'm just going to fold. I'll stick to this one. Discord, yeah, I'll put the Discord in a second. Okay, we just got to bounce back. A couple rough hands. Interesting spots, though. Let's go. Let me get to the Discord. Invite people. There is the Discord. If you just jumping in, you don't know why we're wearing all the GG clothes. It's because we just got the gift package from when we were in Toronto at the World Series. So every player that qualified online got a gift package, which is really cool. So I'm gonna rock the fresh gear. This one here, I didn't watch this hand, but I don't know if he's gonna call now. While he's pondering that, we're gonna go to pocket 10s down here. Okay, he did call up here. Open end, is the open end gonna get there? Doesn't look like it. Here we will have to call an all in from the big blind. And guys, we have another big hand for you. I think I have to bet it. And I have pocket aces over here and I'm getting raised. Okay, the other guy went all in. I'm gonna have to call here. Should be 8s. Shouldn't be going all in with the 7. Gotta hold, we gotta hold, we gotta hold. Let's go. He folded over here. So we made our chips back. Wow. Again, TV. If it was ace queen off, I'd prefer a jam or even a small 4-bet. But suited here does so well post flop, I'd rather call. Wow, that's interesting. I'm going to fold here, but I'd rather call that than this. But this will be pairs and ace king. I don't think this guy's the type of player to do this ace jack ace queen. At least we get to see if TV was fucking with us, but I'd rather call that. Jacks versus ace king. There we go. Looks like a nitty fold, guys, but look at this. We would have been out of the tournament. Okay, we're 6-18. We saved a spot there. I just didn't. We block ace queen. Like, is he just doing that with like tens? Like, I doubt it. Okay, we're gonna do a call here. That's interesting. Turn this down a little bit. That's why it's so loud. I had my music on max. Oh, he checked it. So I don't know if we would ever check ace queen, ace jack, ace 9, king 10, the clubs there. So I think I could do a raise. I think I could do a bet fold here. If someone raises, we have like almost bottom 2 pair. No one's ever raising us with like jack 9. So if someone has a straight 10-8 clubs or anything, but we will bet for value, try to get some ace highs to call us, maybe king queen. But I don't think people are making a bluff in this spot. I think it'd be a heavily under bluff line. Nice, we do get value. What did he call us with? Don't say like ace 8 or something. Let's see what he called us with. I'll see in a second. He called us with queen 10. So he blocked the straight. So that makes sense. And then he also on blocks like diamonds and stuff like that, right? So he doesn't have a diamond in his hand. He blocks 2 pair combos. I actually like if you're gonna call, it's quite a bit of it's probably one of the better hands to call with, I would imagine. If you're bluff catching, like he's not calling there because he thinks he's not beating value hands, right? He's calling to bluff catch. Okay, we're 2 of 21 over here. So we still have a chance. 18 minutes of late reg. This one here, I went to sell action at 50% with the 1.2 markup, which is just a small markup. And one person bought 18%. So I guess I have, what is the math on that? 82% of my action in this. On the break, guys, we are 3 minutes away from me showing you the grossest spot today that happened in the Road to Las Vegas $17,000 package. If you don't know what it is, you get a chance to win your main event buy-in, your hotel money, your spending money. They give you packages and all that. For the World Series of Poker in Vegas, and we came up short tonight, but what a gross spot. I have the video saved waiting to show you guys. Usually I take my break, but this hand, I've like literally been on tilt the entire night. This happened, I won my ticket last night to get the 2K, couldn't even sleep, I was that pumped. Started my session, and I lost, I think it was the second hand of the tournament. Like, that crippled me. But I'll show you the spot, and you guys can let me know what you think. Definitely a doozy, and I was recording. I wasn't live streaming, but I was recording. But I'll show you guys the hand in 2 minutes. Okay, King Jack here under the gun. I am going to raise here. This is a hand where you can just, if you get 3-bet, you usually do it. We have a guy who just did a huge punt here. Maybe not huge. He gets rewarded. I gotta rewatch that hand in a second here. What happened in this hand? Yeah. Oh, 14 bigs. I saw he had the big stack. I didn't know this guy was that low. I read the hand wrong. Here we're gonna start with the limp. Everyone has different strategies in poker. This guy's strategy here is wait to late reg everything. He joins within a matter of minutes left. We probably have right now, I'll show you. We have 5 minutes of late reg left. His goal is to double up. And then if you double up once, you're in the money, right? So if you think of his hourly rate, I've been playing for 2 hours. What time is it? 11? No, 3 hours. This guy here has been playing for 1 minute, and he has a chance to double up and make it in the money, right? It's a high variance type of poker to play, but it's also a lot easier to study just 12 big blinds and under, or maybe 20 big blinds and under. And if he doubles up once, then in most part he's doubled his money. And his hourly rate is so high. Like, he's been playing for a couple minutes. If you make $250 in less than an hour, then your hourly rate's $250 an hour. It's one way of doing things. Okay, guys, I'm going to change my layout for a second. So bear with me with the camera, but I'm doing this to show you guys a hand. So hopefully you guys can see this. This was in the $2,000, if you look up here at the top, $2,000 buy-in, but I won the ticket. One person got a $17,000 package. If you look here, he's raising. I have ace king suited here. I'm going to go to play. I was talking. I could have went a little bigger, but it's fine. This is just like kind of exploiting a bit more of the player pool, but I definitely could go bigger for sure. But we get a really pretty good flop for a 3-bet pot, right? We'll just like look at this hand. I was thinking what bet size to want to use. This is where I actually didn't know what the optimal bet size is, because we flopped really well, but I don't think you need to go big here. But I'll show you what I did. It's more of the standard bet size. I went 33%. You could go. I could see why people would maybe want to go bigger, but I decided not to. But this bet here, guys, I actually told myself this was a perfect card, because he does have pocket nines, does have pocket eights, but now he just lost combos for that. I'm not afraid of really pocket kings, pocket aces. He would have got it in probably pre, so he could have queens, jacks, maybe ace queen suited, ace jack suited. But I really thought this was a great card. And then I looked at his stack size here for 55 big blinds and his 35 here. I was like, I want to get it all in on the river. So I do a bet size here where I'm looking to get this all in on the river. So this puts it to 45. He calls. And if you look at his stack after this, it is almost like exactly perfect to get him all in on the river. So now it doesn't look like a crazy overbet. The only thing I thought to myself here, I'm like, if you have us, you have us. But I do have bluffs here. A lot more than people would think. I have like ace 4 suited, ace 5 suited, stuff like that at my flush miss, and I'm triple barreling. I'm putting him in a hard spot. Now when I do bluff, I'm trying to get him to call with literally I'm targeting sometimes king queen. I'm trying to target pocket tens, pocket jacks, pocket queens, something like that. So this is where the tilt's about to happen. Give me 1 second. So I go all in here. This mother effer, I don't know who this guy is. If he knows me and he's trolling me, if I know him, I might slash his friggin' tires. Look at this shit. He's tanking. And I'm like, yo, he's going to call me with pocket jacks, pocket queens. He goes down to 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay? He's got more time bank. Time's going, what do you put him on? Like, what's he tanking for? What does this guy have? Call the hand. Call the hand. What does he have? What does he have? Guys, with no time left, he's got pocket quiet quads. This guy fucking slow rolled me on the trip to Las Vegas, the biggest cooler ever, 145 big blind pot, and this guy wakes up with quads. That's how I'm not going to Vegas this time around. Sorry, I'm trying to learn how to get rid of this table. I don't know how I can't figure it out. So I'm going to close that. Let me go back to our tables. To say it was on tilt is an understatement. Like, I don't know why this guy freaking slow rolled me. Maybe he was taking a video himself. Who knows? How much bank do you recommend for $20 you with feels less than? I think I already read that earlier. Yeah, I already answered that question, man. Sorry to repeat yourself. I didn't listen. Your bankroll management is totally up to you. If you just want a quick answer, I said this before, but usually you want 100 buy-ins or less. 100 buy-ins if you want to play traditional MTTs. But if you think you have an edge on the field and you don't mind depositing and want to take more risk, say you want to have $1,000, which is what I believe that's 50 buy-ins. Then what you could do is if you're, there's a lot of variance in tournaments, right? If you lose and you want to quickly drop down and rebuild, if you don't mind depositing and taking risk, I can't decide how much risk you want to take. I've never been a guy that follows the bankroll recommendations because I've always had a full-time job. I've always was confident in my game and I wanted to battle the better players. I'm not saying I didn't battle the micros for a long time. I definitely played my 1 cent, 2 cent cash. I played 25 cent spin and goes. I dabbled around, but I a lot of times didn't have 200 buy-ins like a lot of people do for certain formats. So your risk management's totally up to you, man. The way I'd say this, if you don't want to ever deposit again and money means a lot, then I would take less risk. Say you had $5,000 and you want to play $20 and less. It really depends on your win rate. If you're a winning player at $20, then you could take less risk. Maybe you want to drop down to 10 to prove that you're a winning player. So it's hard to say how much risk you want to take. It would be based on your skill level, your results, and then how much risk you want to take is what I'd recommend. But a lot of those I've learned over the years from listening to other people. I used to always be asking the same question. Someone can't tell you really the risk you want to take. They don't know your overhead. If you have a really low overhead, like not a wife, a kid, a mortgage, a car, maybe you could take more risk. If you have a lot of these things, you probably can't take as much risk, right? So this guy here shows you he's a new player, not a good player to be betting that. We'll get out of the way. Okay, we have 8 minutes left of registration. Over here on PokerStars, registration is closed. Top 6 get paid, so it's going to be juicy. The fact they're only playing 6, they're starting to copy GG Poker's pay structure, which I don't think I'm a fan of. I'd prefer the top final table paid. You get a little less for first, but you more often make the money. I'm going to fold here because the short stacks from the up here. I don't know if that's the right play. It's probably an open, but I just think because all these jamming stacks here. Okay, but top 6 for $250, you get $700 for third. So PokerStars used to never do this. Usually when you make the money in PokerStars, often you would get just close to double your money and even less. They're now 3xing your buy-in for making the money. But let's just look at it. It's $4,700 for first, so they're paying more top heavy than they used to. I don't know why they decide to do these out of nowhere. But it's just always important to look at the pay structure and where the money bubbles are. Here we have to call off any one of these guys. And if the big blind 3-bets us, even though we are good stack, we will have to click back at him offsuit, short-handed here. This kind of protects us. We're definitely going all in now. Even if this guy goes all in. Very interesting if he goes all in, but we still have to do it. All right, guys, this is a big all-in. This is a lot of chips, man. We got to hold here. Please hold, please hold, please hold. The all-in game, man, guys. It is so brutal. Man. That one hurt. Still doing good, but it just sucks because now we probably would have been arguably in first place, or really heaps of chips. We would have been at 70 big blinds. Let me just look. Our stack plus that. Oh, we would have been top 3. I don't do good in all-ins. That is a fact. Okay, I will defend here against this. Not if this guy goes all in. Alright, we'll get it that way. Oh, I'm so tilted with all-ins, man. Pocket queens over here against king 5. We were going to call this guy. This guy got us out of there. Queens doubles up. So here we're down to 25 people. It says 3,000 for first, which is a little crazy, man. Just seeing these sites difference, okay? So this had 52 players total. Oh, I have to call here. This is an interesting spot. Okay, that's good that he's not big behind us, but we will kind of... I'm happy if he wants to gamble here. Pocket 8s does pretty well. Okay, we got to win a flip, guys. We just said we can't win all-ins. Can we friggin' win one? For the love of God. Okay, we have the dream run out here. Can we win all-in? That's a good color. Thank goodness. Okay, guys, we have ace-king here in the big blind. I'm sorry, in the button versus a guy who loves to bang. I think I'm still going to 3-bet. I wasn't going to. We will go all in here if he wants to go all in. Very unique bet size. Could be very strong here, the fact that he's not just open jamming 12 big blinds. He should have some raise folds, but we will have to call it off. Unfortunately, a lot of his other pocket pairs more want to open rip, and his broadways want to open jam. But he does have like some like suited aces, like ace 2, ace 3. It's not ace 2 would be definitely an open, but more closer to like ace 3, ace 4 and above. But a lot of those suited hands want to just jam 2 for 12 big blinds. But we made some of it back. 8 of 21. So I just wanted to show you something in the sense of, okay, so this is wild, okay? This has 58 players total, okay? For a $13,000 prize pool, $4,700 for first, okay? Slide over to GG. It's almost a replica, okay? Just to show you guys this. This had 54 people, and the prize pool is only $3,200 for first. So it's a couple less people, which I guess is $1,000 for 4 people, but and the prize pool is $1,000, but I don't know. And we still have 3 minutes. Maybe a couple of sickos will jump in with like 10 big blinds or something. This is one thing I don't like when you late reg some of these tournaments now. It used to be 12 big blinds. If you buy in now, you only get 10. That's 10 big blinds is pretty late. Pretty late. The dirty bow cat. Leafs win in overtime. Go Leafs, go, baby. We are going to defend here versus an open. For those who want to give love to the dirty bow cat, that is my brother from my actual mother, like real blood brother. Okay, we're going to check. Pretty scary board, but obviously we got top pair. That is not a good turn card. Still beat some ace X's, but the king is pretty sketchy. Okay. This year is the year for them. Yeah. I don't watch hockey. I can name probably 3 or 4 NHL players in total, and that's only because the guys who have been around a long time. So this guy's down to nothing. We're 3 of 25 here. I gotta get a drink here. Okay, we got an all in here. Is this guy going to double up? Someone else can win all-ins. Must be nice. Must be nice to win some all-ins. I don't know why I'm putting that so low. Okay, 5-4 suited. We're going to fold, and then we're going to go back to this table. Okay, I can't believe they only played 6. Pretty wild. 3x. That is just not like PokerStars, but I'm starting to see this more often. They used to would have paid 9, and like when you make the money because it's a non-bounty, it's not quite double your buy-in, but for 250, I wouldn't be surprised if you got like 480 or something. Oh guys, we got a lot of all-ins over here. Ace queen, queen jack, pocket aces, and this is Tiwi. That's the same person who just raised over here. Tiwi gets the dream spot and doesn't lose too many all-in pre's. This is I'm spitting facts here. Some people's best attribute is winning all-ins. My worst attribute is winning all-ins. Some people can hold at a insanely high clip rate. Like if this was NFL Madden and you were having skills and you're rating someone at a 99, not saying Tiwi's not a good player, arguably one of the best in Ontario, if not the best, that good of a player. But I'm telling you, the all-in rating of winning all-ins and holding in spots is like, it's a very high clip. It might be 100 out of 100. The all-in game is super strong. My all-in game, winning all-ins in big spots, if I had to rank it out of 100, we got 50. They don't let you go lower than 50. But we do not like to win all-ins. Somehow, I got to go the hard way and fight for the pots. You're going to say, no, you're lying. I've shown graphs for many, many years. I've had graphs for multiple years where I've shown every year I've been under EV. Here's an interesting spot. I have to fold here, but it's closer than it probably looks like. But now the registration is closed. I'm wondering what my bottom suited jack is here is what I'm more so looking at. TV's going to put us to a hard spot here. The only problem is I have so many of these in my limp range, so I don't know how often this line's bluffed. Nice. Okay, here, blind versus blind, guys. We're going to go for an all-in here. Okay, so look at this structure. This one's paying 9. They switched roles, GG and PokerStars. This is paying top 9 for top 9 get paid here. And then here are PokerStars, the top 6 get paid. Very interesting. We wake up with pocket sixes and the big blind is down to 11 big blinds. We have this guy here down to 6. If he goes all in here, I think I have to fold because unfortunately the original raiser. I don't know if I want to flat here. If I did, sixes would be my bottom. I would definitely fold 5s. I think 6s I can call, but it's very close. I'm going to call. I'm just debating with this here. If he goes all in, I just don't want this guy to rejam. Then we have to try to gamble versus 92. It's not the worst flop. We've seen worse flops than that. The problem is I don't think I can bet. Oh yeah, if he checks it, I probably do bet and still have to call a 92 off. Obviously he does have some 8s. But his 8s would probably even lead out. The fact that he's betting this board is a little, and that bet size, my spider instinct is telling me to get out of there. Usually with this 6 being wrapped around here, but I'm telling you, this is a very, very, very strong bet. I'm going to go with my gut there and lay a fold. Guys, we have pocket kings, and we have a short stack all in here. The correct play is do not raise. Try to set traps here, guys. Hopefully someone wants to battle us, and it's this guy here. Okay, we better win an all-in for the love of God. Please, please. Guys, we finally won an all-in. Of course, he's got 5 big blinds, but we did win an all-in. Sometimes you got to cry it in. You got to moan, and you can win an all-in. Mike Farrow. What is the origin story of the name Dusty Truth? Well, Mike, Mr. Walmart, that is a great question. Years ago, I tried creating a poker account, and I was late to the party, and every single username was taken. So my favorite basketball player is Paul Pierce, aka Da Truth. And I was reading a poker book at the time from Dusty Schmidt. I don't want to say his last name. He passed away. He was an online legend back in the day. He wrote a couple books, Turn Your Poker into a Business. He was a cash player, way ahead of his time, Supernova Elite. And I combined the two names. I put Dusty, respect to the poker player, and Truth for Paul Pierce, and I combined the two names, and out of nowhere, the name is stuck. But it's not a name I wanted. I tried putting Da Truth for Paul Pierce. I put a lot of names like that, and I couldn't get the name I wanted. And out of nowhere, now in poker, you can't change your names. PokerStars doesn't let you, so the name has just stuck. If he checks here, I do think we have to take one stab. And I might even go big. I don't think he checks a high spade. This is very, very unique to probably people. I'm going to go really big. And he did call me, and he had pocket eights. Nice call, bro. Nice fucking call. That was definitely punty, but that's a tough spot, man. Would you call pocket ace there with the 8 of spades? Very, very good play. Like, good call for him. Hats off to him. Obviously, you could say you don't have to do that. I think I get that by more often than I don't. But if you show that play to a coach, they'd say, what the hell did you just do? Here you can mix in 3 bets or fold. I don't want to flat here. I'll just fold. Okay, this is an interesting spot, guys. We're going to gamble. We have 2 all-ins here for a lot of chips. We are priced in with suited hands. We are going to gamble here. Can we win the all-in after we say we never win them? We just need spades or a 4. That's not the worst flop. He's got a 9, though. Okay, now once again, we cry. He says drawing dead. Yeah, we're drawing dead. I think we were pricing, though. That's a no-brainer. There's the 4. I mean, Dusty Truth, confirmed Sunrunner. Go F yourself, bro. We're going to fight. We're going to fight. So I've had a HUD for like a week. And I wonder even after 1 week if it's showing we're down. Oh, whatever. I don't even want to. Let's stick to this here. Oh, we got Tiwi confirmed. I just said never loses an all-in huge spots. This is a lot of chips here. Are close to the money. Can he win a standard flip or all-in? Holds. I'm telling you, Madden rating is 99 out of that guy for winning all-ins. It is insane. Some people just hold with the best of them. People think that means like you think someone's not good. I'm not saying someone's not good. Some people just win all-ins though. Doesn't mean they're not doing a lot of other things better than I'm not. Like I'm not debating that. But if I had to take someone's winning all-in factors, a couple players I would take that don't seem to lose them too often. Okay, we are 3 of 21. I will look at the payout structure real quick. 3,200 for first, 6 gets 1,000. You double your money. So this is kind of what PokerStars used to do. This to get into the money. Sorry, disappear on me. This is what GG did. You double your money for making the money, and you get to the money on the final table, which is pretty cool. And then PokerStars decided to take GG's old format. This is one reason why I don't play the 500 too often on GG. Often they only have like 3 or 4 people playing. It's so top heavy. And I can never I have to late reg. And because it doesn't pay too many people, and I'm always short-handed, it doesn't seem like a crazy plus EV spot. A lot of times the $500 tournaments, they just start too early for my liking. They tend to always start at 5:30, which for me is like family dinner time kind of thing if I'm home. PokerStars, when they had the daily 500 last year before they took it away, it was always 6:30, which worked out so much better because if you late regged, say you started at 7, you only missed a half hour play, which is a big difference for when you're buying in. Here, getting a little lower here. So now we're 9 of 15, obviously losing a lot of chips to Lee. What a call here. I even think Mr. Lee leans on more of a calling station. I still decided to make that play, but I don't know. My read was kind of right. I didn't think they were overly strong, and he called us with double pot with an 8 of spades there. So it was a hell of a call. Queen 8 suited against someone who's sitting out here. These are the hands that hurt your brain because someone might jam me, think I'm trying to chase the big blind here. This guy puts on a lot of pressure. The king queen suited, I have to call here, I think. We block his top aces, like ace queen, ace king. Do I need a bet here? I don't think I do, to be totally honest, but I think I will. Because we just saw how happy this guy likes to call, let's let him call away. Yeah, the slow roll wrist. Yeah, that guy's gonna get stabbed. Like I don't know if he knows me or what, man. But that was like, homie wants to fight. Who slow rolls someone in a spot like that? I can't slow roll people because I'll get disconnected with 1 second left and then just cry myself to sleep. I think here we're still gonna bet. I don't know if he knows me or literally was making Leather Ass. That's who it was. Leather Ass is his name, 100%. Leather Ass made a video years ago where the guy was playing NL 1000. That's how I know cash. And nice play, man. This guy's owning my fucking life. This guy's a cash player too, from what I know. I think he plays heads up. He used to be like a multi-mass tabler before I had my times. And Leather Ass did this one thing where he went to a homeless guy with a laptop and he played in the streets. And he played for an hour and he's like, whatever I make, and he gives a homeless guy money. And he ended up making like a couple $1,000s, and the homeless guy had no idea what was going on. And then he went out and got the cash and gave the guy money, which was like this. I'm going back like literally 15, 18 years ago. But yeah, Leather Ass died like a couple years ago. I don't know if he had a heart attack or something is what I think I read. He used to stream for ACR. I don't know if it was for ACR, but on ACR, and I talked to him a couple times. I don't think he believed me when I told him I had his name from him, but it was a true story. Guys, can we get back in the tournament? Mr. Lee here is owning our friggin' life here. He's going to raise because he's got all the chips, and we're going to stick it in his face. If he takes us out, oh my gosh, look at this. Guys, if we don't win this all in, I would literally have serious problems here. This is going to be, we got him dominated here. Dominated. We better friggin' win this. Guys, there's just no way, man. Look at this. How are you going to call me a sunrunner? This is insane, bro. We're out of the 250 there. What just happened? Oh my gosh. We are down to one table. Gonna let you guys marinate on that one. That one hurt, guys. That one hurt. Okay, I'm going to change my layout for one table for 1 second here. Let me make this bigger. Up here. My all-in game, guys. Tell me I win all-ins. I dare you to tell me. Oh, that's tilting, man. Completely tilting, man. Like, it's even if he had queen 5, he had more outs. We block his fucking king, and the guy spikes a 5. I will say he owned our soul before that, but holy shit, man. We could be heading to the showers early tonight, guys. But we are 4 of 17. I'm just tilted. I've been tilting the entire night from losing the Vegas package. Don't think I'm playing optimally the best, but some of these spots are pretty standard. That's all right. We just got to shake it off. We won one tournament. Last night was about $8,000 of equity we won, so just got to shake it off and keep the ball rolling. Leatherass was the OG before OGs. His book, I would love to read it again. He had 2 books, both. He was the first person. I was way late to the game of learning people even had charts or anything. He had like opening ranges for max 6 cash, and like my brain hurt because I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like people had ranges. Like this, like literally, I'm going back minimum 15 years. Then there was a TV show that no one ever talks about that I think they should bring back now. They had like a poker house. I think it was called 2 Million in 2 Months. And it was like some savage online players playing way back in the day. And they all lived in a mansion in Vegas for the summer. And they tried to like spin a bankroll. And they had like a tilt room. They had a cash guy, legend guy named Donnie. I don't remember all the players. But it was so sick, man. And I found it like 10 years after the show was over. And I'm like, how did this, I never hear of it. But I thought the show was unreal. It's on YouTube. I watched it like, I want to say 5-7 years ago. It was like my first time ever hearing about it. And I just stumbled across it. And then I watched every single episode. And I was like, this is fucking timeless. They would go to clubs and play credit card roulette. To pay the bill, they put all their cards in the middle and just see who's picking up the tab. I'm like, how am I always the last guy to find out stuff? But I enjoyed it. I wonder who's all still in the game, if any of them. The guys would go to sleep and they'd wake up and their buddy's still like playing a session all night. Guys, I'm so much tilt from these all-ins, man. It's been such a stretch of just... It's not the 1 session, 2 sessions that get you. It's just like a bruise, right? You have a bruise on your arm, and then every time someone touches you, like, it just hurts. I'm, like, paranoid to get it all in. Even when I have kings, like, I'm not even, like, pumped. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose to ace-jack, like, for another time. But we are 6 from the money. Playing one table is, after playing a whole bunch, gets pretty slow. Mr. Sucre here won a ring this year. He won $29,000 and the beautiful ring. Legend of the Ontario streets right there. I wonder how long it takes to receive the rings. PokerStars is slow at sending the scoop trophies. I don't know how GG does because I've never won anything on GG. One of these days I'll tell you how long it takes to receive a bracelet or a ring. For now I can't even win a badge. Forget about a ring. We got 2 all-ins here. We got Sucre. Okay, try to guess. What's his bottom pocket pair here? Is it 8s and above? Yeah, Queen 10 suited. I definitely agree with that play, and I definitely agree with that call. Sometimes in life, you just wake up to it, but Queen 10 suited would definitely be the proper shove there. GG to Sucre. We're 1 person closer to the money. Yeah, another video Leatherass had back in the day was he videotaped the moment he came it was, I guess, recorded on YouTube the moment he came Supernova Elite, because I think he got like 150,000 American for like making that whatever that was, or 250,000. I forget how much they used to get paid. Here I might open this up here. We're short-handed here. And he popped a bottle of champagne the moment he did it. He knew how many points he needed, how many hands. And I was like, this guy's a boss. How it worked back in the day, as far as I know, people knew they were losing players, but they were losing slowly. And they'd even take out a loan. They would be down like 50 grand, but they knew if they made Supernova Elite, as long as they got their 150 back, then they made 100 grand in the year. So guys would just like play like 24 tables and have a slow loss and just hope they don't go bust though, and then become supernova elite. Do I bet the queen is very interesting. I just don't think he ever folds a pair here. Maybe a 6, but you know, he's got 3s, he's got jacks. I don't know if he folds a pair here. I think I'm going to give up here. 4, 5, 7, I don't know. 10. I think I'm going to give up here. King 9. Hiya. We missed the spot. Good. That float makes sense. He's got 2 overcards to the 6. He's got the backdoor flush. Overcard to the jack. Definitely makes sense. I just didn't have it in me to bet there, but I probably should have. I leaned on a bit of player history there. Some players don't give me as much credit in certain spots than others, and I thought he'd be one of those guys who would call me pretty late, but pretty sure if we would have bet that river, we would get it by him. Man, tilted on these all-ins, boys. I'm tilted. Just because at one point I had a lot of good spots tonight. It's not just like if you lose your all-ins to start your session. At one point I had a lot of stacks. We bubbled the 100 from like madness. Yeah, we got it all in with pocket aces. A guy called pre with 6-8 suited and got us out with trip 6s for a full house. So we money bubbled that one for a while. We were trip leader. Yeah, anyways, whatever. We just had a lot of big spots. We're down to 1. But any grinder knows that's sometimes how she goes. Oh, it was Chewy. Chewy was on that show? I had no idea. Now I want to go back and see it. No, wait, Chewy was on that? That's sick. 2 months and 2 months and 2 million it was called. Yeah, it was a sick show, man. I've never met a poker player that knows it, because it's like you don't like wouldn't bring that up to people. So I've actually never talked to anyone about the show. I've told my buddy about it, but I've never actually talked to someone else who watched it. But I think it's a sick show. Guys were playing like heads up, like any format. I'd love to watch it now. I didn't know Chewy's on. That's sick. I gotta take a pee and my break's not for freaking 25 minutes. The guy that got quads on me tonight, he won the package to Vegas. So not only did he slow roll me all the way down to 1 second, homie is going to the World Series of Poker. Hector, man, how's it going, buddy? Argentina. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the eyes. Hector, I hope you're doing well, man. If you're on the grind, good luck to you. I think I asked you last time what time it is in Argentina. My brain is not the best. I don't remember if I asked you last time or looked it up. Okay, we are 4 people from the money. Still have quite a bit of big blinds though. 30 big blinds is a lot of big blinds. And I don't know if this final table, if they do a rollback, if they add more chips to your stack. I never know if they tell you that before a tournament starts. Because like every time I get to a final table, I'm just going to move this to the side. Bubble protection, break. I don't know how you find out these rules. Oh, I got a structure maybe. Yeah, it doesn't tell you. Or at least I don't know how to see it. But there's guys who like, I don't know, they'd probably know, but I get to some final tables where they do a rollback and then other ones they don't. I never know what I'm getting into. And My luck, it's always the ones late at night. Like, you'll be like at 1:30 at night, you make a final table, and out of nowhere you get like 60 big blinds to everyone. You're like, what the hell's this? The game's never gonna end. What I might do on a side table here, I might open up another table just to see where the short stacks are. Okay, so I have the other table open to show you guys the players if you want to see who they're here. So we are 4 people from the money. These are the 2 tables. I'm going to keep this to the side here just so I can kind of more so just see where the stacks are. So guys, if you didn't catch the news why it says Road to Pro, later this year I'm going to retire from my job that I've been doing for over 20 years, and I'm going to try to go professional poker player. All professional means, it's funny, people have asked me a couple times, it's a great question that I never even thought of. They're like, what does it take to be a pro? You don't get a card, you don't get a ticket. All it means is I'm going to try to pay my bills and support my family of playing poker. Is there a chance I fail? There's definitely a chance. There's a lot of risk. But to be honest, there's a lot of risk in a lot of things. If I started a new business, you see restaurants, like whatever the example is, there's risks in everything. There's risk in the stock market. There's right now risk in the economy. So there's definitely a risk. Long story short, though, I've set myself up well from doing poker, juggling a full-time job, and having poker on the side for a couple years. I've had very consistent results. So I'm very curious to see how it goes when I get to be properly rested, study, and put all my energy into one basket. And then, just being a logical thinker. If it didn't work out for many variables, say I don't like being at home all the time, say I can't make money, say the government changes the rules, say I don't like my hobby becoming my job, whatever the reason is, it doesn't mean I can't ever get back into the working field. I could go back to the same career I am leaving. I could get into something else. So I'm going to try to give it my all and really, really try hard to make it. Whatever it takes, I'm going to try. And then see how that goes. So that's not going to start to later this year, sometime in the middle of the year, at the end of August. And then by September, I will be strictly a poker player. So my goal will be mostly playing online poker. I'd say if it was a ratio, 90% of my play will be online. And then I'm going to try to win live packages or play local tournaments. There's a couple of casinos that are within an hour away. So whenever like the World Series is in town, this year I only played 2 events. Next year, I could see me going from playing only 2 events to playing almost every single event. And then when I win a package this somewhere, say they only pay for 1 tournament, I'd probably go to, let's say Vegas, and then I'd play a couple other tournaments while I'm there. If I have to sell action or get a backer or whatever that looks like, I'm going to look into whatever it takes to try to make it. I've never had a poker coach. I might get a coach. I just bought my first training program ever on GTO Lab called the Masterclass. Sadly, I was all waiting for it, and I haven't spent too much time on it. This is going to be an awkward spot here. I have to re-jam here. I don't know if I do, to be totally honest. We're above Tiwi's range here. It's very fucking close, and we're so close to money here, but I think I have to go for this spot here. 8s I fold, but I think 9s I have to... Oh, shit, guys. This is the clocks I never understand, man. I was calling here. Let's see if they saved us. They saved us, guys. I was calling. I don't understand these clocks, man. Sometimes I don't have to click the button to time out, and sometimes I do. I was 100% calling TV there. We just got saved, I think, though, or maybe we didn't. It got to 6. Oh, we didn't. So I got saved. I was calling with 9s there, and I don't know if it was the proper call. I think I'm supposed to call. I don't understand these clocks. There's times it will save all your time bank, and there's other time it doesn't. I'm a Martian, man. I just got lucky there, though. Guys, I'm not even showing you. Oh, I am showing you the table. We are 4 from the money here. We're going to make a small move here. I'm gonna go for a 3-bet. Man, how about I was gonna call there and we timed out? Oh man, I don't know if it's from being on tilt or what. Here we get it through. Let's go. So not all my plays have worked tonight, but at least we finally get a 3-bet through. Okay, we are 6 of 13, 4 away. I am gonna raise. And I'm just trying to see if I am priced into the big blind. I think we have to call him here. He should be jamming some broadways. That's a pretty good flop. All his 2 pairs should have went all in pre. Obviously there is some traps. All right, we get a bit of chips. I can't believe we timed out there. I was so calling, and it would have been another spot where I lose to friggin' Tiwi, who it's official. We've played 20,000 hands. I've never beat Tiwi in a hand. That would have been another way I would have went to the showers from just losing it all in on a money bubble, soft bubble here. I was so calling. Oh my god. We'll chalk that up as a win because it's been a rough night in all-ins. Maybe that's the only way I can win it all in is by folding. That was wild. Okay. There is a strategy. I don't know if this is happening. There is people before a money bubble. They're so paranoid to play a hand that they actually sit out. And then the second they're in the money, I don't know, they start playing. I'm not saying this is happening here. But you'd be amazed how many people play it. And obviously this guy just came back. But I have seen it where people literally sit out of tournaments whenever they're close to money. And they're so afraid of punting. Now, what I've done many times, including this year, last year, I shit you not, 50 plus times where when I'm down to one table and it's like 12 o'clock at night, I look at the buy-in, say we're down to like 60 people left and I'm in the top 10, I often just shut off my computer and go to bed. And it's not because I'm trying to ladder, it's because I have to go to bed. I'm going to open here. See if we get a buy. And it's just because I do the math. It's like, do I really want to risk staying up for 2 hours? Nice. Okay, we're slowly getting a little bit of chips here. I said I'd put this table on the side, and I haven't looked at it once. They do have one guy down to 5 big blinds, but he's in a pot. So hopefully he doesn't double up. But maybe I can start showing you some action over here if anything happens. He didn't double up. So we have a guy who's short here. They have more shorter stacks on this side. I'm going to take my break. I didn't take my last one because I showed you guys the Vegas cooler. But I've had a lot of water, and I just drank a whole energy drink before the water. Hillary, I can't call you with my queen too. We have a blind versus blind here. This guy limped in with 5 big blinds. I don't think this is a thing unless you're really setting a trap, because you shouldn't have any limp folds. So I'd imagine it's more on a trap, but it's also a player that I don't know. Sevens versus King 10, and Tiwi, the all-in master, once again wins a flip. The legend continues. I'm telling you, man, if it's a Madden stat, he's out of 100 for all in. Like, let's say you had to rank someone like in speed, height, like jumping, strength. If there's an all-in skill factor, this is 100 out of 100. And in Madden, you're only allowed to go to 99. I'm telling you, man, this is 100. This is 100. I gotta work on my all-in game. I'm not even talking flips, man. I'm like, I just want to hold versus like my 60%, my 70%. My queens versus like ace 10. They just gotta hold. Okay, we are 3 off the money. Chip leader is raising, or someone who has us covered. If he didn't have us covered, I'd lean on a bit more 3 bets here. I'm gonna let this one go, but let's say he had like 28 here. I'd probably mix in a 3-bet to think about it. Paulo, man, what up, what up, what up? I probably messed up your name like I always do, but cheers to you. Thank you for the good luck. We definitely need it because I'm crying the blues tonight. A lot of venting. And to be honest, I was on tilt before I started recording, so that's what half of this shit talking is. I've just been making a lot of money bubbles lately, man. The main event in Toronto, we were 14 people off after like 13 hours of play. And the tilting part about that, man, it's not just being that close. The World Series of Poker, to me, is the pinnacle of poker. I guess now maybe Triton, you can argue. But the World Series is not like playing at a back alley of like a bowling alley. The fact that we're at the World Series of Poker and they gave us wrong information where the money bubble is, like my brain can't comprehend. So I'm playing strategy short stack based on a money bubble. And then I get past where I got told I'm in the money. And then after I bust, they say, oh, wait, you're not in the money. It's like, well, that's convenient. I just like, you're playing the World Series of Poker, man. How does this happen? Like, I get it at like your buddy's house or like I don't even know, even just your local casino tournament. But the World Series is in town and we don't know the pay structure. Little tilting. Okay, over here on the second table, we have 2 stacks down to 10. We are now we're down to 11 and we're in 5th place, direct middle. Break is in 11 minutes and I'm going to take maybe the longest pee of my life. One table is a slow grind. I'd sometimes get spin and goes going, but I don't feel like really playing that much, to be totally honest. Just want to get a re-life when we make a final table here. The one thing I think poker sites don't do a well job on of like telling you far in advance like when the next series is. Like GG's got a series right now that I really haven't played too much in called the Bounty Hunters, but you never know like what's down the road. And even this Vegas thing, it's called Road to Vegas. They only show like up to the April 24. Nope. Oh no. Yeah, only like 2 days of like qualification. So I never know how ham I have to go on it. Like if I know you could try to qualify for like 3 weeks, then you don't paranoid if you miss a couple days. But if it's only here for like, 3 or 4 days, then you don't want to miss a day. And I don't know if they do that on purpose, but it's like, can you not give us like the month schedule, especially for like a huge promotion, saying you have a month to qualify? Even for Toronto, man, like it end up being they let you qualify all the way to like right up to it. But like I qualified like the 3rd night, but like I didn't know if I had like 1 week to try, like 2 weeks, like I don't know. Maybe I just don't know where to look, but it's kind of tilting that you just don't have this information. On our other table, we have a big blind down to 6 big blinds here. This one's a big pot brewing here. Someone could be stacking over here. I'm sensing it all in by the river here, if not now. Oh, my poker stars wants me to close it. I'll close that. Here, I'm going to close my HUD as well. Don't need all of it running. Okay, we got a hand, guys. We are 2 from the money bubble. Are we going to go busto again on the money bubble? If he gets it in, I am ripping it. Alright guys, this is a pretty good flop. I'm going to go big here. Obviously, there is full houses. I'm sorry, sets here. I don't think he's got an overpair, but he does have some 10s, some sets. It would be 7s or 10s. He shouldn't have 3s. But our jacks are pretty vulnerable there. So I bet a little big to deny some equity. Okay, now we have this guy covered. The roles have switched here. Definitely going to start with call here. It's a pretty good flop. Be a very interesting lead out. Alright guys, we're going for a bet here for sure. And I actually think I'm going to go big here. And this is more so, I don't have history with this guy. I don't think this type of player is going to be balanced here and check, like, you know, his nines and stuff like that. Would he get in on a flush draw? Okay, now we have top pair. That is unfortunate that it's a heart. We block the straight. But I don't think I bet, even though we have top pair now. We have showdown. Because if he did get a flush, he might not go all in. He might go for value. If he goes all in here, yeah, he's just never bluffing. I'm telling you right now, he's just never bluffing. I know in my heart he's not bluffing. You could say we missed the spot there and we might have. Oh, he should have never bluffed. Guys, I'm getting owned tonight. This is the worst night of my life in poker. This guy just showed king 5? What just happened? I don't even know this guy. If I had a beer, I'd chug a beer. So this is everything I hate on GG. I hate the replayer. Homie had king 5 offsuit or suited. What just happened? We only got there on the river. But like, what just happened? I would chug a beer if I had a beer. Like, this is crazy. I think I'm just on tilt. Oh my gosh. I don't know who this guy is, but kudos to you, sir. Nice bet. We went big. Pot bet just slightly over on the turn. He did have open end, and then he used the flush as a scare card. Definitely well played to you, sir. Those are one of those spots where it's a reg. I know they have bluffs in the range, but when I play like players I don't know, and it's like money bubbles and these hard lines that I don't think they're going to usually use the right combos. It is a 250, but I more so just tried to identify like a newer player that I don't know. But okay, we are direct money bubble right now. Just want to see who's a short stacked. We're getting close to this. If I money bubble again, guys, we have to take a couple nights off and start using the training course we bought. I'm not gonna have like 3 money bubbles in the same night. Oh yeah, I forgot we lost the 250 on GG. Our stars, ace king versus king 5 there. It's been a night of getting our butts kicked. But we are playing for 3,200. We would 100% be in the green if we win this. We got all in here putting on the money bubble. I'm liking this guy. I don't know who this guy is, but he's starting to, oh shit, let's see what he did this with. King Jack's a proper play. I'm liking this guy. I don't know who he is. Nope. He even gets it straight. Night, day, between Woodbine and Playground. Night and day. Oh yeah. I've never been to Playground. I've heard amazing things. Oh, you know what? I was there, but not for... Oh, no, it wasn't. I was just in a casino in Montreal. Sorry. I wasn't at Playground. And it was years ago for a bachelor party. But I've heard amazing things from Playground. Everyone says it's like ran so well. I've actually heard a lot of good things about Niagara Falls. Everyone says their tournaments are run very well. To be honest, I get pretty mad when everyone just kind of shit talks a lot of the casinos and the poker. Because I'm just like, if they didn't come to Toronto, people would complain. Second they come, people still complain. It's like you can't have, your cake and eat it too type of thing. But to not know pay structures is like, if you're playing a tournament, like you want to know, the buy-in, maybe your starting chip stack, and then you probably want to know how many people get paid. Is like, if you had to make a top list of what you want to know, those are probably my top 3. And the fact that, you think you're in the money and then you find out you're not. I get the confusion though. What they said, and they said it's the first time ever that only Woodbine would do this. They paid top 15% of your day one, but not 15% of the whole pool. I don't play enough live tournaments, and this is where I just play online and trust the computer. I think I'm supposed to defend here, but on the direct money bubble, I might just let it go from under the gun here. But it probably is a defend. I don't know. Oh shit, guys, we're gonna money bubble, because if anyone raises here, I'm jamming. All right, guys, we could be losing again on another money bubble, because I am not taking this spot. We're gonna leave a little bit behind here, but we could be going a night of, and we're 1 minute before a break, guys. Here we go. Oh, there's action under the table. Did he snap call? He didn't snap call. Guys, am I gonna bust on the money bubble again? Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Hey, look at this. I'm going to run out of time again. Look, there's 2 all-ins. Go all in, man. Don't time out again. Guys, I'm going to money bubble. How do I click this clock? I don't even know how it works, man. I got to call because I don't know the clocks. And I run into aces, man. Can we do this on just one time? Guys, we need a 5 or a 7. We need a 5 or a 7, and it can't be a spade. Oh, my God. We're out on the money bubble again. GG. Guys, what a night. I money bubbled the 250. I money bubbled the 100, the 2 other 50. We run good, man. I don't know what else to say, bro. Like, I'll let you guys watch this, but like, what a fucking night. And look, these guys were all in, and because I didn't want to time out, look at this. Like, this guy's in the money now. Now they can gamble. I'll let you guys watch this hand, and then I'm going to bed. Like, I'm so tilted, guys. Look at this. Because I was going to time out here. Watch, are they getting it all in here? He's going to call. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. It hurts. Okay, I'm going to let you guys watch that. I don't even want to wait for the comments. I'm on so much tilt. We money bubbled again. I'm going to pretend tonight didn't happen. It was a bad dream, and I'll be on the grind. Definitely Thursday. Might take... what is today? Tuesday? Is today Monday? Dude, I don't even know what day it is. I need a day off. I'll see you guys.